Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Roger's Reflections for Friday, October 23rd in the year 2020. Today I'm going to continue in the third chapter of Proverbs. We did verses 3 and 4 yesterday. Today I'm going to be reading verses 5 and 6. Again, this is one of those familiar proverbs. I think many of you might have heard this before, but it's always good to be reminded of things. So, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely upon your own insight. Lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and God will make straight your paths. And then verse 7, do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Trust in God. We can say, I trust him, but again, and lean not unto your own understanding. That's difficult because the human part of us, the sinful part of us, says, rely on me, rely on what I believe, rely on what I think, and given no other options, we're going to fall back to selfishness. We're going to fall back to me first and what makes things right for me. And so we have to constantly battle that and constantly seek God's understanding and God's will as we look at decisions, as we look at our lives and stuff. And the more we read his word, the more we imbibe it, the more we let it sit and soak and marinate in our souls, the more it becomes a part of us. And it becomes more and more a part of our decisions in our daily lives. Everyone has a rule of law in their lives, a rule of life. Some people say, I do whatever I want. Well, that's your rule. You are guided by your passions. Christians decide our rule of law will be God's word, will be his Bible, his rules, his laws, his commandments. This is our rule of law. And so if it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, you trust this word. And if you trust it, you want to learn more about it. You want to wrestle with it. You want to struggle with it. You want to think through it and understand it a little bit better. You want to study. You want to ask questions. Think of you're beginning a relationship with a significant person, and you really want that relationship to work. You're going to do everything you can. You're going to study. You're going to prepare. You're going to, find out all about them. You're going to look around. You're going to do all sorts of stuff because you want that relationship to work. All right. So if we trust in God, we want his word to be a part of us. And so we want to study it. We want to seek it. And he says, in all your ways, acknowledge him. Don't, and this is difficult for many of us. We think it's our stuff, and we continue that whole pride issue keeps us moving forward. Oh, I did this. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, all that. But if we start acknowledging God's action and God's input and God's influence in our lives, we begin to realize how powerful he is and how much he desires for us. And it reminds us of our place, reminds us to be humble in our life and our actions. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Trust in the Lord. Not trust in the Lord, not yourself. Acknowledge him, and God will straighten your path for you. It's an ongoing, this is not a one-time thing. This is an ongoing I won't say battle, but it's an ongoing decision that needs to be made. Ongoing, needs to be out in front of us at all times so we can be reminded. Hope this has been helpful. Have a good day, my friends. We'll talk to you tomorrow.